So next, we're going to go into some trust agreement excerpts. So these are kind of from our past case studies or kind of live cases. So we're going to talk a little bit about kind of sample ILIT procedure. So I guess the most important aspect of an ILIT is the provisions detailing what the trustee can do in regards to the life insurance policy. And so these are kind of some of the most common provisions. So the trustee may acquire and retain life insurance, shall have the rights of an owner. So these include the right to borrow, minimum deposit, maybe the ability to enter into split dollar plans, the ability to designate various beneficiaries, and then also maybe some limitations to the trustee's liability, such as there's no duty to pay premiums, or there's no the direct payment will be, and so these kind of provisions allow the trustee, whether the trustee be an individual or a trust company, to kind of execute upon the funds that are being paid to the trust directly. And so for a U.S. person, these, as we previously mentioned, for a U.S. person, these gifts are completed gifts, and so will be reported on 709. And then for a non-U.S. person gifting to an ILIT, these policies will be treated as a gift to a trust from an offshore location, from an offshore asset, or from a non-U.S. person, and so will be reported on Form 3520. And so, Tony, you want to go over this a little bit in Chinese?
Yeah, 所以这个部分是比较细的一些信托的条款里面哈，其实我们不需要讲太多，可是主要就是说，你这个保险信托必须要给这个受托人权利去选择保单，要去付这个保费，这个保费假如说要说调整或是收益要调整等等的，这个权利都是要给这个不是收益，就是说这个付款。或是说内部的这个投资的项目要调整等等的，要给这个trustee 去经营这个保单。That's all I need to say.
Okay. Okay, and then for the next sample ILIT, we're going to have a statement of purpose and recitation of facts. So this is typically what we would see in an ILIT, kind of the beginning of an ILIT. So it will be an irrevocable transfer from the grantor to the trustees of a set amount of money, or kind of set amounts of money. Usually the initial amount will be small, and then the grantor will gift more and more as the trust begins to pay the insurance premiums. And then these are kind of some of the common provisions: when the trust period begins, when the trust period ends. Usually in terms of ILITs, these insurance policies, once they pay out, they will be paid directly to the beneficiaries, unless the trust agreement specifies for certain reinvestment aspects, or kind of a slower distribution of the trustees once they receive the payout from the insurance company. And then typically for these ILITs, a big part of our structuring involves having these ILITs pay out to irrevocable trusts. So essentially, the beneficiary of the ILIT will be another trust, and this trust will be our typical irrevocable dynasty trust, in which non-U.S. persons are transferring assets to the next generation. And so these ILITs can serve as kind of sub-trusts of larger trusts that hold other types of assets, such as real estate or such as other financial products.
所以这是更多的这个信托里面的条款就是信托什么时候开始，这个信托它里面会写说，这个 trustee 他有权利说去这个保单受益人需要的话，可以把钱借出来，或者去拿去这个保单来抵押去做别的一些投资等等的。所以这个部分就是更多 flexibility 弹性给这个受托人去做一些事情。但要记得，所有信托的目的都是要为了受益人，所有的这个好处都是要为受益人。
我也再补充一下，就是说，这个 ILIT 我们正常设计的时候，很多时候他们会让这个 ILIT 里面付出的这个金额，它不会直接分配到个人这样子，它可能就是要保人这过世，不是被保人过世的时候，理赔的金额可能会先分配到这个 ILIT 里面，然后 ILIT 会再分配到另外一个就是代代相传的一个信托里面，这样子就是我们讲的 Dynasty Trust 这样子。那可能这一段内容就会在信托里面合约里面写这样子。那另外是这里也可以提到说，这是2042里面的内容，就是会讲说这个信托的金额一旦这个把这个现金就是这个设立人把现金送进去信托的时候，他就尽量就是让这个信托跟这个设立人不要再有相关的关系这样子。如果他有相关的关系，可能会有税负上的不利这样子。